are supposed to be protected by the so-called forest department and forest rules. But this is actually not happening very efficiently.
Partnership, core is fine, community, NGOs and government. What about, like media has a big role in this.
The area of
Also
media,
public health experts.
the area of media and the research is something which in the recent times we have started working. In fact, we have been driven by more field work. So within the country, we are not known
Okay, yeah,
through
this
the
is
media.
it from
So
institutional point of view. I was thinking from
Yeah.
conceptual point of view.
strategically, we need to strengthen that area.
At the present time, there are areas where media can be very important, but otherwise, experience with media is also not very positive.
No, we have struggled to get the agenda of LIC. We have invited so many times to visit some of the centers of excellence. One full of them they write, after taking lot of our time, they write one small paragraph of a big article. So we do not have the expertise. We would have some capacity in the national context. In fact, yesterday in our organization before coming here, I had discussion with my chairman, vice chairman and director. Yeah, because I mentioned about this Sanpettuda, we had an opportunity to have
Yesterday.
the web discussion because we had couple of other issues. So he also felt that Hari, you are doing the right thing by taking this now to the political arena of decision making, that is Delhi. And similarly, we are getting our partners to take it in Bhubaneswar or in Imphal in Manipur, because without getting this political process, we will remain in the periphery. So there are areas where we need to develop. This is the slide where I am very particular. You see the Harish Swaraj with whatever subcritical funding. I would always put it subcritical because you have not had. It's more voluntary work. Even whatever little interactions we have had, institutionally our healers have had, it has been more of a voluntary input than some external funding or government funding for Harish Swaraj, and it is good to be so. I feel very proud that we are able to sustain, but we need to think of other platforms where we can raise government funding for initiating certain other activities which I do not want to touch. So on the other hand, we have community knowledge service, which is an international network of communities across 102 countries now. In the last 12 years, we have been able to connect. Within that, 42 countries are connected to the traditional health. And within the country, we have been able to get the Green Health campaign, not visible yet in the national media or lowest level, but it is having at the grassroots level connection through 250 Healers Association, through around 2,500 Women's Health Group Federation, through 15 community-owned enterprises. So it's a substantial time and effort that has been invested to create a structure for us to address the political issues. So can we get some synergy between the work that has been done by Harish Swaraj in a different style, in a different mode, and our network in a different style, different mode? So we are not doing the same way, but there is some strength of us which you can draw upon in your network, and there are some weaknesses for which we need your support to lend to address those gaps. And similarly, we are of the view that you also need to connect to these large number of grassroots communities in terms of political process, so that they are getting to the next level where they are not just thinking in terms of the local decision they are able to make. It has implication at national and state level. I do not want to, this is the country that you are seeing, except the states which are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh. Even Madhya Pradesh we have done, Haryana and Punjab. You can see our work happening across India now. So you have an advantage to get connected to the communities who are present and support them by strategic initiative that we can draw the energy from the grassroots level. The methodology, I do not want to dwell in at length. In oral tradition, we are converting into written to address the issues of IPR because in various issues in the past, because our knowledge of one plant, I just want to say, Bui Amla, has been patented by an American, where it doesn't grow. But he has taken the knowledge from India, Asia, or Africa, or Latin America. So this is a strategic step which we have done. And we have come out more than what the National Biodiversity Authority has come out. We have come out in people's hand, people's biodiversity register on health across 650 clusters across the country. So it's, now the NBA is now asking us, can you help us to take this across all the states? So there is a strategy and synergy that we have been able to build.
Is this connected with the biodiversity research that was started earlier by Gadkil?
Actually, Gadkilji experimented with us and then took it on covering other than health. So in fact, this biodiversity work, we received the funds for him and we supported his work in the initial
There
phase.
were several issues many communities had also with this PBR work.
Absolutely. Yes. So these are some of the plants.
Government is not willing to tolerate even that much.
Yeah,
It's thrown out of National Advisory Council. Madhav Karti
Madhav.
was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the three people. MS Swaminathan is not very radical on agriculture.
MS Sainathan is not radical. He is
More than
aggressive.
20 million plants
And
are there.
still he is
They are
not
planted in their own home. अपने आप 2 करोड़ पौधे उगाया अपने अपने घर में लगाया उसको इस्तेमाल करा. And we have got some of the public health people, including Ritupriya, who is part of the Sagat network, to get connected. Tata Institute of Social Science. There is a small network which is doing some silent work. We are now getting it becoming little more visible through various strategic steps. There is one national survey which is being now discussed, which we want to take up to show to the government because the work that Ritupriya did as an advisor put all of them to shame. So the people are saying, ICE is not the choice of people.
non-modern
medicine.
medical system.
So she proved through a
About line of-
survey between 50 to 100% in certain pockets, people go, first response is only traditional medicine, they don't go to allopathy. If it doesn't work, then they go to allopathy. On the other hand, it was projected by the government until then, only 5% go to traditional medicine. It is a doctor story. It has been proved. So they are very important things that we can do together.
Sir, I want to share one thing with you. In Northeast we went, and there was some problem. I went to one of the doctors there, and went to a couple of them. We were surprised with the crowd that was coming, not only from the local area,
Even
they were
Arjun.
coming out from far off places, and they got a publicity in the newspaper just because some Americans were cured. She had a backache, she couldn't walk, she was brought in a stretcher to that place.
Which state?
It was Shillong.
No.
It was a village near Shillong.
Yes.
Bajon was there, he
Yeah.
had cured. And after that it became very popular and it was seen that there was so much of the crowd that that person did have that time. And when we spoke to him, he only knew the Khasi language. And he said he got the training from his aunt and from his granny. And he said there are a lot of queues here, a lot of hospital medicines are there. And in Northeast we saw that most of the people, they were just going to these bubble teas, not to the
Absolutely. So in fact, the Bajan that you are referring, he is part of our network. He is now part of the SPICAP, Society for Promotion of Indigenous Knowledge and Practice. We have connected them to the Northeastern Institute of Folk Medicine, which is a government of India body, which receives funds from the department, but they are now giving the funds to Martin Luther Christian University, to whom they are taking up the work that we have done in South. So the strategic networking that we have seen has now covered all the 8 states of Northeast. In fact, I am going to Manipur, which is a state where, can you believe, they have a title called Maiba for a male healer and Maibi for a female healer. I am so proud that even these kind of things you don't see like in UP or in other part. So they are very very culturally very strong. And even a director of health service, allopathy doctor, cannot be declared dead and buried or cremated. Maiba has to come to declare that person to be dead. So there is such a cultural practice which is very very interesting. I just wanted to move on to that slide in 23rd page. See, this is a structure where community enterprises have been formed with people's money, 50 rupees, equal to $1, 12 months, 600 rupees. Now one model which we experimented in a small cluster has never made a loss in the last 7 years. And now Government of Karnataka, after Delhi Darling, has agreed to give them the state, what we call legitimacy. So we are creating a state level cooperative in Karnataka. So why I am mentioning it here, they have now said, when you are going to Delhi, meet people and tell them, let us discuss a national cooperative now. It may take 3 years, but let us start discussion so we can think of a national cooperative. Because cooperative is not to make profit. It is to make things affordable to ordinary people. It's not a corporate, it's like a corporate, it makes profit, but doesn't actually maximize the profit. It addresses the equity and access issue along with self-sustenance. So this is one important agenda also we have. These are some of the products which in our institute we have only provided technology to certify that they are of good quality. Because when they go for license, they need that in the current what is called the globalization environment. Even a small community cannot sell without a license. That is the procedure which we have enabled them. These are the products. And can you imagine out of this experiment, earlier they are spending for a condition called mastitis, that is the swelling of udder, minimum 300 rupees. Now they are able to solve because of this venture 60 rupees. Imagine the savings, 240 rupees. And more than 82% of the dairy farmers are below poverty line, according to NDDP data, not some NGOs data. So there is a great value in this energy, and I believe we should move forward with a little more strategic few more steps so that it becomes an agenda of our parliament members to be heard, and we bring the community from all these places to Delhi. And similarly in the assembly case, and we don't have an issue, irrespective of any party, let us face all the parties together. This is my submission to the Harit Swaraj network, which has been mainly anchored here in this small little infrastructure with great difficulty of managing the high rent. So these are issues which I do not want to take on the agenda. Yes, sir.
These are the biggest hurdle in this place. By chance you may have written in headline. One is the organized medical profession.
Absolutely true.
There are three major hurdles, macro level hurdles. The entire medical community is against individual. Number two, the entire pharmaceutical industry and all that is happening in that industry. And number three, the public health structure of Indian state, the entire from top to bottom, is against individual. What is your view of these macro level grievances?
In fact, if you see,
I just want to add. The basic question is not health care, but the whole idea of health and the way idea of health is constructed. Now, the skies have been opened up, multiple channels. Unnecessary. See, you have the people's idea of health. An idea of health and health as a construction varies from region to region, community to community. But once the Indian skies have opened up various channels, a certain idea of healthy living is promoted by the pharmaceutical industry. Now you have spas. Of course, that is for the elite. But that is also pushed down to people's throat through massive, what do you call the monopoly media. So, and the monopoly media, corporate sector, financial sector, everything is connected. The media promotes this kind of lifestyle choices, and all these lifestyle choices, health is intrinsically related. So, health is being constructed with a lot of corporate funding. That is one of the issues. But there are traditions, communities which were cut off from the media onslaught or corporate onslaught. But, okay, once you had isolated the communities that with one or two railway lines, now you look at the data. I think Tamil Nadu is the first state in India which has become 50% population of more urban. But if you look at the migration pattern, by next 20 years, India will have a large urban community. Where people from the hinterland come and they don't come and have a healthy living. Just stay in shanties. So it is the people who are in the shanties who need health care. But in the metropolis or in the urban area, there is one standardized concept of health by the corporate media. So how do you answer this? Because I don't think the kind of communities we are implementing now, it will not exist after 20 years. If you look at the amount of migration going happen.
So if you look at the work that we have started doing, linking rural communities to urban poor, in Bangalore context, the rural community which produces this medicine, they are selling it at 20 rupees for cough syrup. To their community also they are selling at 20. To these brethren who have come from village also they are selling it at 20. So you have to make, because government has failed miserably in addressing the health care of the vast majority of people, the middle class, better part of the middle class and the upper and rich. They have dominated the health policy to that extent. It's only their interest that is being served by state policy and the national
What
policy.
is your strategy to deal with this?
In the context of our work, what we have done in the work that we have done, we are a small institution. So you cannot expect some miracle to happen from us. We have connected the rural poor to urban poor and we are making them to have livelihood benefit. Even at 20 rupees, they are able to earn income and send their children to school. Migration has been stopped. In the rural side, you can come and I will be very happy and proud to show you that we have been able to put people back in their home from urban. People in not proud to them, we can't do. We don't have that kind of resource. We have done some humble beginning in this experiment which we want to share with other communities. We cannot change the national policy only by our work. We are getting connected. Similarly, if you take malaria, in Orissa, we have shown that the traditional medicine is able to prevent malaria. So the same medicine is being made in the village and also given to Mayurbanj town, Baripada town, Cuttack town, Bhubaneswar town, but through the other SNG forum. Okay, we don't have wherewithal to outreach to everyone. So I would only respond to this, that there is some small humble beginning we have begun. And I agree with you that this is going to be a very difficult situation in the years to come. It is going to aggravate the situation. We have been able to demonstrate that conservation of medicinal plants, people have to take it upon themselves, not leave it to forest department. So at least in 108 places, communities have their community, organization, which is telling the government forest department what to plant, what not to plant. I don't think you can see like that across the country, but at least 108 we have been able to demonstrate. Involving forest department, involving the local community.
The services.
Yeah.
I'm talking health as an idea.
But the health as an idea,
Health as an
see,
idea.
we can only resist that by community's action. See, mainstream media is not giving any space. mainstream policy makers do not give. So how do you make it as people's movement? So in our humble way, we have got the healers to interact with the communities in their neighborhood and they are able to connect themselves. That is how we have got the 200,000 households who have raised 20 million plants. It's not forest department which has propagated those plants. So it has to become a parallel community action. If you don't strengthen the community's, will to demonstrate to themselves against this, no amount of, talking within among NGOs can make a big difference. At least I am of the view, you have to strengthen the people at their level and get these issues at the policy level also to demand them. Now, can you believe? The MP of one of the districts, he attends the healers meeting now. He knows they have reached in Shimoga district all the villages. They have got every panchayat, they have identified and they have created small nucleus in every village. The next election he is, bargaining with them, why don't you help them? And they have told him, you please support us, but we cannot take a political stand to support you openly. If you have done good work, people will work. So there are such political process which is happening. We have not initiated. But if we can connect the Harit Swaraj, then that can actually contribute to get these issues raised both at the village government structure, at the district and at the state and at the national. I don't think it's a task which we can achieve in the next 1 or 2 years. We may not achieve in our lifetime, but there can be a good beginning. I am very optimistic and I believe even if suppose you have difficulties, I shall be getting my communities to move because that is what they have realized after this recent happening in Ayush. What I am sharing is not my view. Unfortunately, I did not have some healers to come and talk to you. I wish you can come and talk to them. They are very clear that government now stop that ACPL. Can you believe? That government stop that ACPL, a certification program, we will pay 500 rupees. We want that to continue. You tell IGNU, you tell Ritupriya Madam in JNU, we will contribute 500 rupees. Every month we have to contribute 50 rupees. We are capable. Because they are seeing the legitimacy of that process of mainstreaming their role to whatever that is possible within their limited capacity. I think I cannot satisfy an answer with an answer that I have a solution. But I can only show the direction in which we have moved so far, and when you come and interact with them at the grassroots level, you can raise this question to them, what is your view? And I am sure they will give you a better answer than what I have given.
What was your question?
Okay.
Can you repeat briefly?
Actually, health is an idea. Whether they started, the whole pharmaceutical industry organized people, they are all equal. You look at the whole national hospitals coming up, but they don't matter much. Hardly 5% of the population. But since centuries, every community has an idea of health. Autonomous idea of health and well-being. But health and well-being are being now integrated into the Bandobast strategy. A certain healthy picture. If you look at Times of India, the opposite page is called Trends. Every day they give out a healthy idea. Have more tea, you have less cancer, and everything contradictory. But they've been pushing this. You have your own idea of healthy living. And when I talk of health, I don't talk only of curation, what medicine, Ayurveda or allopathy. It's a whole way of life. But today the whole way of life is being molded by ad agencies. And the autonomous space communities, which it is shrinking. Once the Indian skies have opened up in the late 90s, now TV has penetrated even the remotest family. So, this idea of living is also, local health traditions are also being core. For example, not multinational, they are national. For example, Kottakkal Ayurveda. I don't think even middle class can afford that. Absolutely. So the positive sides of local living has been co-opted and commodified that the communities are using their property. For example, one of the things is patenting. Panchkarma is going to be patented. It's not only the multinational, the Indian nationals also can be, our Dabur is owned by a Indian capital. So, in the fast commodification scheme, how are you going to resist it? Because if this gives them profit, they will co-opt it.
I just want to give you the distinction.
If you de-link yourself for the time you detach yourself from your body and look at the entire process in perspective, this point is very heavy. And you are at present engaged in your own project and trying to clarify. But I would suggest that in the light of this question, you de-link yourself that you are defending your body. How would you raise the, how would you deal with these questions that matter?
So I have a different view on that. Because one should do what one can do. Because this project, when Asif, Hariram Murthy or his Center for Local Health Tradition, its Swadharma, its duty is to do what they are doing, what they think is priority. But those who are fighting on intellectual property right, like Vandana Shivas and like Asif, ecological socialism platform, they have to come out with a package, and those who claim to be like us, generalized kind of socialist activists, we have to formulate our agenda and how at an intellectual level the whole idea of health and well-being is being redefined. This thesis, which took about 13 years, also documents the popular understanding of what is illness, what is health and what is well-being. So this requires a lot of intellectual work and constant, not just one thesis done and then you forget. It has to be reiterated in political discourse. So if he forgets his project and gets into this bandwagon.
Not a project. I just want to clarify.
I said detach
These are just
yourself from
talking about the missing links.
Project meaning mission. Project meaning mission. Even
See,
intellectually.
our mission is to not to spend our energy. No, I just want to answer. Yeah.
No, I am only saying, if I were him, he will give his answer. If I were him, I will just not entertain these questions. I will only humbly say that yes, these are very, very critical issues what you are raising. The political economy, the nexus between the pharmaceutical industry, the corporations and the FICCI and the Chamber of Commerce of India and the Medical Council of India, they are all in one. And the way they are operating and the way they are changing the health paradigm, they are all one. So there are groups fighting that, and we discuss with them, and whatever input we can make, we make.
Another little bit of different understanding. I think what he was saying when he was presenting had also a very clear hint to what we can do as an alternative.
Yes.
Because not the entire thing, we're not talking about the entire present, but this very process where communities who practice some kind of health issue, whether that is curative, whether that is preventive, whether that is building an idea of it, and in the process that they serving their own communities, neighboring communities, getting connected. In that process, you eliminate as a middleman, media, you eliminate the corporates, you eliminate the pharmaceutical industry at large.
Pharmacy shops have come to me. Sir, please stop coming.
That's what
Pharmaceutical
I'm saying.
shops.
So this is
So I can
all-
only answer like this. No, I just let me complete that. I just want to complete. See, we are very conscious about this one single agenda that required to strengthen the field. We are aware, Madhav Gadgil himself criticized me so much. You are not doing enough about people's biodiversity register and the National Biodiversity Act. So I told him, sir, what have you achieved by doing whatever you did? Has my villager got something better than what he had? But I can proudly tell you, people have been able to learn how to fish in the troubled water and live a better quality of life in terms of health and livelihood security in small pockets. They are islands. But now what I am requesting all of you is let them not be islands. I will not live forever. You will not live forever. Do something networking, and I have done this in Uganda and Tanzania Because they saw our work, 42 people, countries, healers have come and seen this work. Our own country, how did it happen in Shillong? You know how? I invited them to come and visit with our money, not by some random money, not with the healers' money. Healers looked after them in their home. So there is a spirit with which it is happening. It is not perfect. Absolutely, I agree with you. Strategy is not perfect. But there is a ability of demonstrating people can stand on their own legs. That is what they are now seeing. Can we strengthen them by a political process, both at the national level, but let's not forget at the village level. Because now they have started campaigning at the Gram ka Panchayat level. We want in every village one Gram Vaidishala. Can you beat it? They are asking, not me, not the NGO. They are asking Gram Vaidishala. Who? We don't want protocol doctor. It's costly. We don't want protocol medicine. So there is a political process which I have not consciously promoted, but I have taken them to protocol hospital. You see what they are doing. They are not different from other pharmaceutical companies. I have taken them to Himalaya Drug Company. And the Himalaya fellows are now buying from these cooperatives at 10% higher price they are paying. Because communities are telling, don't treat us as brokers. We are not brokers. It is our resource, our price is this. And we are giving you at this quality. And the quality they are checking themselves of raw material. If you want our material, this is our price. If you don't pay, we are not willing to give. So they are able to negotiate with the corporates. Himalaya Drug Company is not an ordinary company, but ordinary people are negotiating, not Hariram Murthy. I have never attended their meeting after enabling them. They are producing profit. So some small experiments, not enough. I agree with all of you. There is a political process which is not going to be shaken up by the small little effort that we have done. Can we afford to shake it up? It's not in your lifetime, in my lifetime, in my grandson's lifetime is my language, my communication. That is the purpose of my coming. I don't have any short-term agenda other than generating some interest in all of you. To come and see the work. I have told this guy, किसान पंचायत, दक्षिण को आओ, देखो, उसको आपके वहाँ बुलाओ. So I don't have some miracle with me. I am what? I am an ordinary human being with my own, set of issues and problems. So I don't have an answer. Now let me conclude to all your questions from your perspective, because I do not have the capacity to solve the problem. At that hour. But I am willing to listen to you. Please tell me what is that we should do. That's my language. Please come, tell me. Tell the community, give me the platform. They are coming to Delhi at their cost. You come at your cost. Let us discuss. Let us create. Because this country has not seen a political process. Please remember, all of us went to jail when? 30 years back. How many of us have gone to jail now in the recent time? I challenge anybody. Nobody. But I have gone to jail even recently. Not because of me, because of some healer, we went and demonstrated. Immediately we were taken. And there are people who are going to jail, healers are going to jail. But they are not being reported by mainstream media. What to do? Farmers are going to jail. They are not being reported by Times of India. What can they do? People are dying. People are committing suicide. What to do? I don't have an answer for all these things.
It was not only that what you are doing. What you are doing is, I look at differently. It is a resistance to all this. It's just not a curative. But what I was talking about is certain missing links and shifting.
They are doing preventive. Malaria, I gave you the example, just to answer in a way. They have addressed anemia. Can you beat it? In our country, in the last 10 years, 15% increase in the anemic population. Our small communities have documented and demonstrated to MBBS doctors using their methodology at their cost. What else you want the community to show? Not to show to them for the sake of proving some point. Listen, what we are taking is safe, efficacious. That is evidence.
Your presentation is very illuminating, very constructive, and has a long term. What We are, I think I am saying, we not to change it. We appreciate it, not only appreciate it, I value it to say. But in your understanding of this problem, as a leader of public opinion, you necessarily to take into a larger perspective so that you can work it out.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely your program is very well taken. I think I am very unique. But it is a really minor suggestion to look at it from a perspective. That's all.
Absolutely. I am in agreement with you.
Can we,
But we need to
wind up with Soumya just reflecting offhand? I know it requires greater preparation. How could we, beyond Copenhagen, SEDE, BTBJ, labels are not important. How we as, community of fellow travelers, how could we collaborate in the invitations which is extending? One is a concrete event of Hyderabad.
So that's right, because we must take opportunity of the event.
Yeah.
And but there on that we need to identify a few key elements.
Right.
Because there will be so many different issues like in Africa, whether it is climate change or biodiversity, there will be so many issues. What are the key elements? Like in this one critical area that can be is community, establishing community ownership to the species that they depend on. It's community ownership, how that can be established. So can we plan some events or some programs with some background material, with some examples from somewhere else to take that?
So just to
Why don't you give
just to
example?
clarify
Why
this
we-
issue,
It's an important issue.
what we have told even to the National Biodiversity Authority, that is that there is a process in the country that government will take care of intellectual property rights of communities. But we are very much aware of the limitations of the government institutional capacity because of two reasons. One is the knowledge is of villagers that is getting documented and getting published in the form of biological register, which the state usurps the power to negotiate with the company without involving that knowledge holder. So our stand has been, in addition to people biodiversity register, we need biocultural community protocol, not biological community protocol. And this what I am saying is not of my ideology. It's a larger number of people as a process we have. And we have demonstrated in Rajasthan that the healers community in Rajasthan have declared this is our knowledge about our resource and they are known to us, used by us, not by outsiders until we told the outsider. Therefore, they shall remain our intellectual property right. Anybody who wishes to do even scientific research shall do so only in prior consultation with our concern, number one. Academic research also is being done. Somebody goes to Gaon, takes the knowledge, publishes the PhD, gets some whatever the other recognition, never mentioned the knowledge has come from such and such Vaidu, except one passing mention in the acknowledgement. So we are saying it has to be reported even for PhD that this knowledge is not of that researcher, it is of that Vaidu, number one. Number two, anything that comes out of such research must be periodically reported back to the knowledge provider. Number three, should any commercial exploitation of that to be taken up, it shall be done only with prior informed consent, wherein we will separately negotiate terms and conditions for sharing of benefit. So this is a ABS process which we have initiated even much before the Nagoya Protocol was being discussed. So the PPR, what has come about, we have done the community knowledge register much before Madhav got dead. So there is a process which we have initiated. So in this top level, we are getting communities, what we have done, others have done in South Africa, others have done in Malaysia now in the recent time, because we have got this healers exchange program and all. So among healers. Similarly about the traditional breeds, we have got people to claim these are our traditional breeds. You cannot claim any, because genetic engineering, all this is now becoming a commercial thing. So they have taken a stand and declared with the community, biocultural community protocol. So there is a process which is got initiated. We can look at that process from our own perspective and raise some critical issues which we can raise with the communities who have done, and also other communities will be coming who have not done. We want them also to do similar process. We can,
That's very clear, yeah.
whether it is,
Let's discuss some practical steps.
no, I have just given one example that some process even in that context has begun. So what is in your idea, you put it in a written concept note. Let us discuss, because I cannot decide on behalf of all the people. I am their messenger, I have come on their behalf. And also this is a process which is supported by UNDP, various number of other institutions. With all the list I will send it to you. These are all the institutions. You may have suddenly some reservation about one institution being involved, because I knew Ritu Priya took a very clear policy, principle stand. Since this is involved in this institution, I do not want to involve. So you may announce that, and it is useful to even communicate that here is your one network which does not want to associate with them because of the presence of that. So I am willing to do the devil job, angel job, whatever that you want me to do.
No, what I was, I just thought we invest 10 minutes in discussing the possible future, some out thinking on possible future steps about the collaboration with this concrete event in mind. And it has to, one, the continuity of global efforts what they have been doing, and the second is linking the communities to this international process. So in that sense they have done quite a great deal. Can we think of some core individuals, 5, 6 from our studied network to, or beyond Copenhagen or all of them, to go and visit their institution and also couple of...
I'm not saying do that. I'm saying there are possibilities, opportunities bringing communities because it is in Hyderabad. So you just need to travel by train maximum 1 day a night or maybe but for trying to focus on the actual program, we need to identify what are the areas or issues that we need to highlight. So one of the very critical issues, in spite of all these efforts and in spite of Nagoya Protocol, in India there are very few cases of benefit of access and benefit sharing. Except that Aradhopache and Kanikanwal case, there is no known case where it has been done, like community's knowledge has been taken, but the community has gotten received back some benefit out of that. It's only known case, I think, that Aradhopache case, large scale.
And that has happened in our program area with our healers community.
But
So I
beyond that,
am very happy to share. The only place where in our country it has happened in our
but the
program area.
unfortunate part is, in very large scale, anywhere else it has not happened that we know of. So that is a big danger. In fact, communities turned against the PBR effort, many communities in the world, we know very well, because they complain that which is our knowledge is being taken and we do not have any control over them anymore. Till it is not registered in the PBR, it is our knowledge, so we have benefit out of it. Once it is taken out, it is registered, any company can directly access that, like it has happened for ticketing, the traditional knowledge digital library. I think 150,000 such traditional knowledge based formulations have been documented. The government of India has apex body. And that is now accessible to patent offices all over the world.
Yes.
That is now accessible to researchers all over the world.
Yes.
But the people who get that knowledge, they don't have any access.
But
Because they
that
don't know.
TKDL, I just want to inform you, to make things clear to you, that is based on no oral knowledge. Please and clarify. Number
That's
two,
basically
no,
number
number
three.
two, it is based on Ayurvedic formulation. Number two. Number three, the number of patents that TKDL has contributed for rejection, I don't have the data, but I can give you. So TKDL has certain positive,
I know the
it has
positives.
some negative. What I am suggesting is, let us have some brainstorming in your group. If you want me, again I am willing to come. Or if one of you, Mr. you want to come, I can do the connecting role so that we get the community people to discuss. See, all of us are not community. Let us be clear. So let the community also is interest
No, no.
on this
Just
issue.
he is making 2 points which are related but independent points. One is to to expand this community process.
That's true.
So that's separate. But now the immediate need is to understand all the global issues involved in the biodiversity COP11 and in that focus on couple of them where our strengths are the maximum and the likelihood of intervening. So for that we will need just one of us and our discussing amongst ourselves will not be enough. For that who have been following these issues, 4, 5 of them, 6 of them, we have a meeting in Bangalore and some of our core group tribes will join that meeting discussing the issues, how to make and the topic has to be how to make an effective intervention in the COP11. That's the
With
issue.
the view that this gets reflected in our
We need to design immediately one important thing, there is a design. Because when you said for
registration
15th is the registration for community dialogue stage.
15th August.
15th July.
Oh.
So, whatever you are talking will remain an idea as far as COP11 is concerned. If you don't take such a decision, to register at least a side event from your side. So I am requesting you, suppose you have this, I am in agreement with you. Let it not happen. Even through this network or community knowledge agreement, you will take it up. I am requesting you, you register side event. We will get our community to come and participate there, get the benefit. And also you have provide them the space and time and scope for hearing them their views. That's all my request. I have no other
we should go on parallel. That registration, accreditation process, this is an official process. This
So if
has
you can
deadline,
do
this
that.
has to be done.
Yeah, so if
But
any
our-
go
हम लोग ग्राउंड कोऑर्डिनेशन और स्टैंडर्ड और बीजीबी तीनों से एक इवेंट कर लें.
But then whether we have, you must have already registered it. No.
I told her that I am going here because that lady, because she was very tired, exhausted with the Rio, she took leave and disappeared. Any amount of thing went on replying, I am on leave for anything you may contact her colleague.
You
Her colleague,
indicate person.
the Equator Initiative person, who is very critical for this to happen. So yesterday I spoke to her in the night. I saw your SMS at 12:30. That's why I did not ring you. If I had seen earlier, I would have told you.
Yeah,
Please
it's
stay
very
in
late.
New York. So she said, Hari, I am taking action to register immediately for the community dialogue space, which she will do. Community dialogue space will happen. So community dialogue space is a space not only for us, it's for so many people. So I am asking you to strategize your whatever thinking. So one time slot we can plan in a way that what you want to communicate to not only our community from Africa, Asia, we can make that interaction possible to communicate
In
with
the
them.
leads, either in the University Cops or Rio,
Yeah.
we had our own side events.
Yes.
But we also participated in others, in the people's space as well
Absolutely.
as in the
But here,
official
there is a difference.
spaces.
There is a difference here. Because this is not going to be crowded by the halla bulla of the COP level. I am just informing you, we are a very low-key effort. We go very slow. Sometimes the COP level and all gets over. But our fellows will be still discussing very vigorously. So that kind of a scene you can expect. So I am requesting you,